वो देवता रुद्रा देवता दित्या देवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवा देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवतेन्द्रो देवता वरुणो देवता ॐ चत्वारि शृङ्गात्रयो अस्य पादा द्वे शीरेखे सप्तहस्तासो अस्य त्रिधा बद्धो वृषभोरोरवीति महो देवो मर्त्यान् आविवेश नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च आदित्यौरादितिरन्तरिक्षमदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा आदितेः पञ्च जना आदितिर्जातमदितिर्जनित्वम् दीर्घायुत्वाय बलाय वर्चसे सुप्रजास्त्वाय सहसा अथो जीव शरदः शतम् यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगो शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु सर्वारिष्टशान्तिर्भवतु श्रीरस्तु कल्याणमस्तु शुभं भूयात् हरिः ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ पयः पृथिव्यां पय ओषधेषु पयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोधाः पयस्वतेः प्रदिशः सन्तु मह्यम् ॐ विष्णोररागमसि विष्णोः श्रोत्रेस्थो विष्णोः शूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवोऽसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा ॐ अग्निर्देवता वातो देवता सूर्यो देवता चन्द्रमा देवता वसवो देवता रुद्रा देवता दित्या देवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवा देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवतेन्द्रो देवता वरुणो देवता ॐ चत्वारि शृङ्गात्रयो अस्य पादा द्वे शीरेखे सप्तहस्तासो अस्य त्रिधा बद्धो वृषभोरोरवीति महो देवो मर्त्यान् आविवेश नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च आदित्यौरादितिरन्तरिक्षमदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा आदितेः पञ्च जना आदितिर्जातमदितिर्जनित्वम् दीर्घायुत्वाय बलाय वर्चसे सुप्रजास्त्वाय सहसा अथो जीव शरदः शतम् यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगो शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वतो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु सर्वारिष्टशान्तिर्भवतु श्रीरस्तु कल्याणमस्तु शुभं भूयात् हरे ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ पयः पृथिव्यां पय ओषधेऽपयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोधाः पयस्वतेः प्रदिशः सन्तु मह्यम् ॐ विष्णोररागमसि विष्णोः स्नप्त्रेस्थो विष्णोः शूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवोऽसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा ॐ मग्निर्देवता वातो देवता सूर्यो देवता चन्द्रमा देवता वसवो देवता रुद्रा देवता दित्या देवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवा देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवतेन्द्रो देवता वरुणो देवता ॐ चत्वारि शृङ्गात्रयो अस्य पादा द्वे शीरेखे सप्तहस्तासो अस्य त्रिधा बद्धो वृषभोरोरवीति महो देवो मर्त्यान् आविवेश नमः शम्भवाय च मयोभवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च आदितिर्द्यौरादितिरन्तरिक्षमदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा आदितेः पञ्च जना आदितिर्जातमदितिर्जनित्वम् दीर्घायुत्वाय बलाय वर्चसे सुप्रजास्त्वाय सहसा अथो जीव शरदः शतम् द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वतो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु सर्वारिष्टशान्तिर्भवतु श्रीरस्तु कल्याणमस्तु शुभं भूयात् हरे ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ पयः पृथिव्यां पय ओषधेऽपयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोधाः पयस्वतेः प्रदिशः सन्तु मह्यम् ॐ विष्णोररागमसि विष्णोः स्नप्त्रेस्थो विष्णोः शूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवोऽसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा ॐ मग्निर्देवता वातो देवता सूर्यो देवता चन्द्रमा देवता वसवो देवता रुद्रा देवता दित्या देवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवा देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवतेन्द्रो देवता वरुणो देवता ॐ चत्वारि शृङ्गात्रयो अस्य पादा द्वे शीरेखे सप्तहस्तासो अस्य त्रिधा बद्धो वृषभोरोरवीति महो देवो मर्त्यान् आविवेश नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च आदित्यौरादितिरन्तरिक्षमदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा आदितेः पञ्च जना आदितिर्जातमदितिर्जनित्वम् दीर्घायुत्वाय बलाय वर्चसे सुप्रजास्त्वाय सहसा अतो जीव शरदः शतम् यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु सर्वारिष्टशान्तिर्भवतु श्रीरस्तु कल्याणमस्तु शुभं भूयात् हरिः ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ पयः पृथिव्यां पय ओषधे कुपयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोधाः पयस्वतेः प्रदिशः सन्तु मह्यम् ॐ विष्णोररागमसे विष्णो श्नप्त्रेस्थो.
The first convocation of the Regional Center for Biotechnology. The academic procession is about to arrive, so I request you to please rise and remain so till the dignitaries are seated on the dais. I request the audience to please be seated now. Namaskar and greetings to all. रीजनल सेंटर फॉर बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के प्रथम दीक्षांत समारोह में आपका स्वागत है. I, on behalf of the RCB community, extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Vk Saraswat, member Niti Aayog and former Secretary DRDO. I also welcome Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary DBT and Chairman RCB Board of Governors, Professor Sudhanshu Vrati, Executive Director RCB, and Dr. R.P. Roy, Dean Academics RCB. We begin the ceremony with lighting of the lamp by the dignitaries and Saraswati Vandana. I request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly do the honors.
declare the first convocation of RCB open.
I now request Professor Sudhanshu Vrati to present the Director's report.
Namaskar. Good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to the first convocation of Regional Center for Biotechnology. Let me begin by congratulating all those students who are graduating today. With my best wishes, I wish a very bright future to all of them. I will be presenting a brief report on Regional Center for Biotechnology and its progress over the last few years. We are actually a very young institution. RCB was established by Department of Biotechnology in 2009 under the auspices of UNESCO. We are actually a Category 2 center of UNESCO. The agreement between UNESCO and India required that RCB imparts education, training, and conduct research in the area of biotech sciences and address the need of countries in the SAARC region and more generally in the Asian region. In 2016, RCB became an institution of national importance through an act of parliament that empowered RCB to start its own academic programs and grant degrees. The mandate of RCB primarily is to create human resource and a hub of biotechnology expertise and to develop research programs of a global quality. RCB, through its programs, also contributes to Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations, more specifically SDG 2, which is Zero Hunger, SDG 3, which is Good Health, SDG 4, Quality Education, and SDG 9, which is Industry and Innovation. The three main verticals of RCB activity are education, training, and research. The hallmark of RCB's education and training program is research-based learning. We provide several academic programs ranging from pre-doctoral programs to doctoral programs and postdoctoral trainings. Our pre-doctoral programs are mostly focused as master's degree program or MS PhD degree, joint degree program in the area of biotechnology. The doctoral research programs are catered to produce quality manpower in the area of biotechnology, bioinformatics, and biostatistics. And of course, we have postdoctoral training programs which are supported through extramural projects and individual grants to the fellows. As I said, our programs are mainly catering to the area of biotechnology. We have MSc program in biotechnology, we have MSc PhD program in biotechnology, and we of course have a PhD program in biotechnology. But besides these programs, 3 years ago we also started interdisciplinary programs in the area of bioinformatics and biostatistics, and these programs were started in partnership with industry. We are partnering with GSK Biopharma for these programs. These programs are fully funded by GSK. As you can see, we are consistently growing in terms of number of students in each of these programs over the years, and currently in RCB campus, we have more than 100 students pursuing PhD and around 30 students pursuing master's degree program. Besides running our own academic programs on this campus, RCB has also several recognized institutions with which we have partnership or the academic partnership. Majority of these institutions have been DBT funded autonomous institutions, but in the last 1 year, we have made inroads outside the DBT system, and Christian Medical College Vellore and ESIC Medical College in Faridabad are two new partners that RCB has found. We are working with them for a PhD program in areas related to medical biotechnology. Again, you will see that these centers are distributed across the country, and number of students and number of these centers has been consistently growing over the years. Right now, there are more than 350 students from these centers that are currently registered at RCB. As I said, that one of our main activities is to conduct training programs. We conduct several workshops, conferences, and training programs every year, and this number is also growing every year. This corona pandemic have given us an opportunity to conduct a lot of our training programs in online mode. That means that we can train many more students, and that is why you will see a jump in number of people getting trained through our training programs, because many more students can join online into these training programs. We have several international partnerships. The one till about last year, we had a major partnership with AIST of Japan in the area of advanced bioimaging. We had joint laboratories both at RCB and AIST to train students in the area of bioimaging. We have a partnership with ESRF at Grenoble in France, where we can use their X-ray beamline for structural biology studies. Actually, RCB coordinates this program on behalf of DBT for the Indian structural biology community. And I am very happy to tell that this program has been doing very well. So far, almost 100 people have been trained to use these beamlines. More than 150 PhD theses have made use of data collected from these facilities, and there are more than 200 publications from different laboratories across the country that have used these facilities. RCB has research themes which are centered around 6 areas that are infectious disease biology, molecular medicine, cancer and cell biology, agricultural biotechnology, systems and synthetic biology, and protein science and structural biology. As you can see, that we are a small institution, and that has been mostly because we are very young. As I said, that we are really about 13-year-old institution, but we are continuously or consistently growing in our faculty strength. We are very choosy in terms of selecting our faculty. We end up selecting maybe 1 or 2 faculty each year. Even though, as I said, that our faculty is young and the institution is new, I am very happy to say that our scientists have done very well in the recent years. We have published in some of the top journals in the area of modern life sciences. Our publication numbers has been consistently growing, and whatever is its worth, the median impact factor of our journals is currently 5, and it has shown growth over the last several years. I am very happy to share this piece of information that last year Department of Biotechnology commissioned a survey of performance of the publications from DBT autonomous institutions, and some of the institutions were above the average, some were below the average. This is the line showing the average, and I am happy to say that RCB was way above the average. RCB scientists, even though they are young in their profession, They have got recognitions at the national level in the form of Shanti Sarup Bhatnagar Prize, National Bioscience Awards, several fellowships of the science academies, and J.C. Bose fellowships, etc. This is something that appeared only a day before yesterday. Nature has published its 2022 index of ranking of institutions in life sciences. In India, there are 80 institutions which were listed in there, and I'm happy to tell you that RCB was in the top 10 institutions in the area of life sciences academic research in the country. Can I get my slides back? Yeah. We have extensive collaborations that run across the institutions, intra-institutional collaborations, national collaborations, and international collaborations. We also collaborate with industry. For example, I have listed over here 3 industry, Rithrics from USA for antithrombotic drug development, C6 Energy for research on algal physiology, and GSK Pharma, as I said, for the academic programs. We also participate in several, multidisciplinary, multi-institutional programs. One such program is Biology of Preterm Birth, which is led by the Translational Health Science and Technology Institute. RCB has been assigned the responsibility of doing all the studies related to proteomics, and we are working to identify biomarkers that could be used to predict the preterm birth. RCB flagship program centers around antiviral development. We are interested in developing antivirals against chikungunya and Japanese encephalitis virus. And I'm happy to share this news that we have 2 potential drug molecules that have shown antiviral activity not only in the cell culture model but also in the animal model. And if all goes well, we should be able to take them to the next level. Our expertise in antiviral research, we made use of this during the pandemic. We set up an antiviral platform against SARS-CoV-2, which provided screening to a lot of companies over last 2 years. Actually, we screened more than 1,500 compounds for more than 100 companies and academia over last 2 years and generated a revenue of 1.5 crore rupees. RCB also runs an Advanced Technology Platform Center, or ATPC. Basically, this Platform Technology Center has high-end instrumentation. We have electron microscopy, cryo-electron microscopy, FACS, genomics, mass spectrometry, optical microscopy, and protein purification setup. And we provide this service to industry and academia across the country. You would see that in last 3 years, we have provided service to more than 3,000 users, have analyzed more than 20,000 samples for them, and have earned a revenue of about 2.2 crore rupees from our services. RCB also runs a bio-incubator on its campus. The incubator has currently 26 companies or the startups which are mainly focusing in the area of anti-infectives, biopharma, diagnostics, and industrial microbiology. These startups have generated a revenue of almost 15 crore rupees. They have generated funds of 40 crore rupees plus from government and angel investors, and they have secured 15 plus grants from Government of India. The incubatees over here have generated almost 170 jobs, and more than 10 products are already in the market from this bio-incubator. This bio-incubator has also contributed to IP generation. There are 11 patents filed and 15 trademarks that have been filed. This BIRAC funded incubator is currently, based on its performance, has been selected to become associate big partner, and we are also partnering with the Startup India Seed Fund of DIIPT. RCB also runs the Indian Biological Data Center, which is the national repository for life science data, which archives, curates, dissipates data of various kinds related to life sciences. Currently, we have mostly the nucleotide sequence data, and there is almost 50 billion nucleotide sequences that are available on our database. There are more than 150,000 SARS coronavirus 2 genome sequences that are currently available on IBDC portal. We are also supporting Department of Biotechnology in its Human Resource Development Program. We conduct and manage the Junior Research Fellowship examination and their fellowship management. We conduct this exam across 57 Indian cities each year. We also manage the PG teaching program on behalf of the Department of Biotechnology. Another area where we contribute to Department of Biotechnology is in the form of Biosafety Support Unit, which helps department in activities relating to regulation, in particular the RCGM. A number of meetings of RCGM are held each year. Other than that, there are several applications from various sectors like biopharma, agriculture, etc. This unit conducts all the analysis, etc., for the benefit of the committee so that decisions could be taken in quickest possible time. RCB contributes to several national mission programs. We contribute to Swasth Bharat Mission, Atal Innovation Mission, National Health Mission, National Skill Development Mission, National Higher Education Mission, and National Food Security Mission. At the international level, as I said, that we are a Category 2 center of UNESCO. We partner with several of their activities. In particular, we have been conducting international workshops with UNESCO in the area of science policy management. And we support their life science program whenever they have asked for any expert advice from us. I am happy to share a bit of information over here. Thanks to Department of Biotechnology, RCB has been able to create fellowship to students from neighboring countries and African countries to come and study at RCB. And each year, barring the 2 years when we had the COVID restrictions, we have been able to select 1 to 2 students from Africa or neighboring Asian countries who have come to RCB to pursue their studies through this scholarship program. Finally, I will leave you with this picture of our campus. But before that, I would like to thank RCB faculty, technical and administrative colleagues, RCB's academic partner institutions that I listed over there, on my slides. I would also like to thank the unqualified support from RCB's Program Advisory Committee, the Board of Studies, Board of Governors, and Department of Biotechnology. And before I close, I would like to thank our guest for the day, Dr. Saraswat, who accepted our invitation to speak over here. Dr. Jitendra Singh was also, expected to be here today, but he was traveling from Europe to India, and his flight was to land at 11:30, but it landed around 1:30. So he couldn't make it, but he sends his greetings and best wishes to the students. So thank you very much once again. Thank you.
I now invite Dr. Vk Saraswat to present the convocation speech. Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat is an accomplished scientist, an extraordinary administrator, and a policy maker. He served as the Secretary of the Defense Research and Development Organization for several years. He's been associated with several academic, research, and industrial organizations. Currently, Dr. Saraswat is a member of the Niti Aayog, where he has initiated programs on transportation, energy generation, and production of chemicals and fertilizers.
First, Dr. Gokhale will come.
Okay. Dr. Saraswat is the recipient of many awards, including the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and has been conferred honorary doctorate of several universities. I first request Dr. Rajesh Gokhale to come on stage and say a few words.
Honorable Member Niti Aayog, Dr. Vk Saraswat ji, Director, Regional Center for Biotechnology, Professor Sudhanshu Vrati, Professor R.P. Roy, all other esteemed guests, faculties, scientists, research scholars, students, and above all, graduating students who are the stars for today. It's a matter of great pleasure and privilege to be present on the first convocation of Regional Center of Biotechnology, actually. And let me, before I say a few words, let me really say that how fortunate we are to have Dr. Vk Saraswat with us on this real important occasion of your lives and careers. Dr. Saraswat is a distinguished scientist, honorable member of Niti Aayog with vast experiences in both basic and applied research, particularly in the defense research, and he has very kindly consented to give the convocation address. I hope he shares his wonderful achievements of his illustrious career with you to inspire you today. At least some of them he may be able to give a glimpse for you today, actually. At the outset, I also extend my hearty congratulations to Dr. Zayed Madni, who is being conferred the first PhD of RCB, actually, and all the master's students who have been awarded their degrees in today's events, actually. I think it's a tremendously exciting day for all of you. Regional Center for Biotechnology, as Professor Vrati just elucidated, actually, we all call it as RCB. You know, it's like a very nice name to call RCB. It's a unique educational institution in the nation for imparting world-class education in areas of biotechnology and modern biology, with particular focus of research-based interdisciplinary learning. As you know, biotechnology as a field, it is a very important to spot young scientific minds and attract young talent and nurture them appropriately to promote research and innovation. RCB programs, as you would all realize, are research-based programs and have interdisciplinary programs that allows you to actually develop your skills very early in your careers. And as you would see, as I see from the profiles of all of you, actually, some of you have done really spectacular projects and programs during your master's time, which is actually a wonderful thing to look at such early age. I mean, I remember my master's now when I was at IIT Bombay, and how fortunate I was to get exposed to research very early on, which inspired me to take forward my research careers ahead. And I'm sure many of you must be feeling inspired today to actually really look forward to making your careers in the biology-based research programs. I think as your young minds reflect on the motivation for taking up career in biotechnology, I would only recommend, have clarity in identification of specific challenges, particularly at the granular level, executing ideas so as to move closer towards identifying solutions. As you would realize, there are a vast number of problems that still are fairly complex to address. I mean, one can very easily put them together, say, can we cure chronic diseases and not just manage them? That's what is going to be one of the futures, actually. How do you address healthy, nutritious food security challenge in India, actually? What are the future solutions of sustainable energy problems that will actually keep you alive for centuries together? And then the climate change that is actually leading to disruption in physical, biological, and ecological systems. What kind of unexpected challenges that is going to throw us? We're still all wondering about actually how rapidly and how these things work. I think being the representative of the next generation of scientists set to lead innovation in the country, I would suggest focus on ways of out-of-box innovative solutions. It's very often when you mention word innovation, most people think of very extraordinary inventions created by solitary geniuses, actually. But believe me, the majority of business innovations today are quite the opposite. The companies that generate them thrive on collaborations, on free exchange of ideas, and regular interactions with customers and their stakeholders. They innovate not necessarily to revolutionize their industry, but to meet and carve out a competitive edge. Finally, in the last few minutes of my talk, I thought I will share some of the advices that I have learned from my own experiences. The first and foremost that I always believe in is the power of purpose. I think this is a very important aspect of successful careers. Who do I wish to be? What values do I want to model? And how do I wish to contribute, actually? I think the earlier you figure out this purpose of the power of purpose, the better you are in terms of streamlining and aligning your goals and priorities the way you look at. The second, which is actually a very new thing in this world, is really finding a mechanism of meaningful engagements. Interacting in today's increasingly connected work and environment is easier than ever. However, believe me, achieving productive, value-creating collaborations is still quite a big challenge, actually. And what's more is that where engagement is occurring, quality is deteriorating due to the distractions of the deluge of unnecessary information that we seem to imbibe upon ourselves, actually. The third, and the one that I really think is a very, very important aspect, it's accept failures. There's nothing wrong with it. It's how we respond to make the failures matter, and the differences you run to is what is big thing about it. Turn error into opportunities and bounce back stronger. Everyone makes mistakes when you're doing complex things. I would only say, when you become a leader, support people who make mistakes and errors, actually. They're genuine, the ones that are actually really makes difference. You would have heard the famous quote of Winston Churchill: success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. I would like to add, remember, courage is not something you have, it's something that you do. And it's really what you end up doing in a courageous way is what matters to do most. My final recommendation to all graduate students is to go out and touch other people's life in whatever you do. Your intellectual capacity to do work and the education you have earned empowers you to identify yourself with people who are not as fortunate. The way you react and interact are all very important in future. I'm sure many of you will have opportunity to transform this world, and that's the true essence of this graduation day. I wish you all very the best for the future in your life. Thank you.
Hello, yes. I thank Dr. Gokhale for his motivational and encouraging words. I now invite Dr. Vk Saraswat to present his convocation speech.
I don't know what to say. We were supposed to start in the afternoon, but we are inching closer to the evening. So namaskar to all. Let me start with greeting my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, the Secretary today of the DBT, Executive Director, Professor Sudhanshu Vrati, Dean RCB, Dr. RP Roy, all the distinguished members of the academic bodies on the dais, faculty members, staff and officers of the institute, scholars, my young friends who are receiving their degrees, medals and prizes today, ladies and gentlemen. At the onset, let me congratulate all the scholars who are receiving their degrees after few years of sustained hard work, which has enriched them with new knowledge, and they have also generated during this process the knowledge for their future generations. I would like to also congratulate the parents who have supported their kids throughout this journey of acquiring knowledge in this prestigious institution. I was very much impressed by the presentation made by the director, and I'm very happy to know that an institution which was founded in 2009, in short period of about 10 to 12 years, you have done a wonderful job. The fact that you are in a position to award degrees, provide education in pre-doctoral, doctoral, postdoctoral education and training in biotechnology and sciences, I think it's a great thing. You have been recognized as an institution of national importance, which is certainly a good mandate to create and train You are in a position to do what we call as the training the future biotechnologists and leaders, and that too with the combination of innovative and novel curricula, pedagogy, and evaluation. I was also very happy to see that some of the most modern facilities have been set up, which are part of your research journey. Things like high resolution optical imaging, electron microscopy, bioprocessing, high throughput image-based screening, and so on. That shows that this is an institution which has really come up well, and we are all proud of your achievements. My dear young friends, I would like to say that Convocation, your first Convocation today, actually it's an oldest tradition since the Vedic period. It is not merely a custom or annual function organized as a part of the academic activities. It is a turning point in the life of scholars which opens many roads to proceed ahead and contribute significantly in the national development with acquired knowledge and skills. I would like to be a little spiritual here and like to mention that according to Taittiriya Upanishad, Convocation is an occasion when the Guru gives the key ideas to the students of the Gurukul as to how they should lead their lives in consistence with the education imparted to them. And that is why I think Dr. Gokhale mentioned a few words of advice to all of you. On this occasion, I would like to mention a mantra from the Vedas which says, Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Kar madhye Saraswati, Kar mule Govinda, Prabhate Kar Darshanam. Many of you must be doing that in the morning when you get up, you see your hands. Basically, the idea is because Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Saraswati, and Govinda, all three are part of your palm. They exist in our hands, therefore we should look at them. The mantra conveys that we create and carve out future by our hands only. The wealth, the knowledge, and the supreme power lies in the selfless work. The same is echoed in Bhagavad Gita, a true scripture of the human race, as we must work with a perfect serenity, steadfast and inner composure, indifferent to the results. We should utilize these precious tools awarded by the Almighty for self and social development. Friends, the world you are entering now after these degrees as a graduate today has changed, and it continues to change at a very rapid pace. The 21st century landscape is very much a global world, and that was visible with the fact that you have UNESCO funding, you have students coming from outside, you have faculties with whom you are interacting from abroad. So all that is part of the game, and it is all today driven by biotechnology. India is working to boost the biotechnology sector under various flagship programs. One of them is Make in India, which was visible during the COVID, and Startup India. The culmination of the long efforts of the graduates has given them a unique position in the society now. They have struggled through the years and made great sacrifices to reach this unique landmark. So I sincerely believe that the knowledge you have acquired during your years in RCB has made you more confident both intellectually and socially. I am sure you will use this in ensuring self-reliance in your life as well as the development of our nation. Dear friends, you are graduating at a time when our nation is surging forward in all fields. Knowledge that you have gained, the opportunities and options that you have, affords you the freedom to choose your area of interest. The choice many of your previous generations did not have. You are empowered by knowledge now to have to fortify it with your personal qualities like honesty, hard work, sincerity, and integrity, and to top it all with a sense of pride to serve the nation. I'm quite confident that you will have the most rewarding experience in the years to come. Friends, knowledge is the foundation on which India needs to build and grow. Who else could help India if not you, young students, young scholars with the right qualification? Here I would like to quote what our former President Dr. Radhakrishnan said. To quote, "A life of joy and happiness is possible only on the basis of science and technology. The end product of education should be a free and creative man and woman. Science and technology and youth today are integral part of the transformation process which our Honorable Prime Minister has carved out for us. The biggest question is today how to transform our country from a developing nation to a developed country. There are various approaches. Among them, our Honorable Prime Minister had identified S&T with participation of youth as the main strategy for this transformation. In order to meet all these aspirations of the people of our Honorable Prime Minister said, it is our scientific capabilities that will determine our ability to overcome challenges which lie ahead in areas such as climate change, clean energy, environment-friendly technologies, water management, affordable healthcare, food security, biotechnology. Solution must be found in timely manner and then must move out of laboratory quickly and find wider acceptance, unquote. This was part of his speech in, I think, Science Congress in 2015 or 16. So this is how he has given us the landscape, the direction in which we have to make this transformation. S&T landscape is undergoing huge transformation. Development of disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, data analytics, augmented reality, virtual reality, nanoscience, synthetic biology, genomics, green chemistry, robotics, automation, Internet of Things, 5G, 6G, communication, blockchain are going to transform the way human beings are going to live on the planet Earth. Indian biotechnology is built on entrepreneurship, innovation, developing domestic talent and demonstrating value-based care. In fact, when I came to Niti Aayog, that was my first time when I started interacting with the Secretary DBT. And later on, I think Professor Vijay Raghavan was the Secretary DBT. And we started looking at many of the areas in which the multidisciplinary activities of the biotechnologies could be done. So looking at that time, we were all thinking, let us look at the history of diseases in India and then start seeing how our heritage has been able to pull through those days when the so-called science was not in this form. So now looking at that, I would say, given the long history of diseases in India, the country has accumulated years of experience and scientific knowledge to prevent and treat them. India is working to boost the biotechnology sector under various flagship programs, as I mentioned to you earlier, like Make in India and the Startup India. Increase in the number of biotech incubators will boost research and promote growth of startups, which is critical for the success of the Indian biotech industry. Biotechnology is best considered a sunrise industry with a lot of growth potential in India, given the country's abundance of biodiversity, traditional knowledge of indigenous communities, recent policy measures to promote the sector, and the emergence of private players driving growth in this sector. In areas such as biofarming and bioinformatics, India has only scratched the surface so far. Biotechnology is one of India's economy's fastest growing knowledge-based sectors, expected to grow at a compound annual rate of nearly 30% to reach the $100 billion mark by 2025. India now accounts for almost about 2% of the global biotech industry. Moreover, while India annually produces a large number of biotech graduates and postgraduates, the key to success is to encourage them to start their own venture. The future is a biotech startup like Pandorum Technologies, which is focused on tissue engineering, which has won the first prize in 2019 Entrepreneurship World Cup. India's government has announced that it will aim to promote the establishment by 2024 of 50,000 new startups, build 100 entrepreneurship zones, and 500 incubators, accelerators. The biotech department, BIREC, has already developed the first hubs to support early stage bio-entrepreneurship in the field of life sciences. Now, I know I'm talking to biotechnologists, but still, I would like to share a few things, what modern biotechnology and what are the India's governance imperatives. DBT has prepared India's biological data storage, access and sharing policy, which is aimed at wide-ranging research use of biological data that enhances public benefits by facilitating rapid discoveries in biosciences. DBT continues to work on India-centric epidemic preparedness through the development of vaccines, Coalition for Innovation in Epidemic Preparedness and Global Initiative. In collaboration with state governments and industry, DBT has announced the National Biotechnology Park schemes to support biotech parks that provide scientists and small and medium-sized enterprises with facilities for technology incubation, technology demonstration, and commercial development. I would like to mention where India can lead. Industry, academia, and government should work together to overcome these challenges and address them to boost the sector nationally and to become the global leaders in the areas like biological weapons. My introduction was given that I was earlier in defense research. Bio-defense was one of the areas which DRDO started working way back. And one of the things was our Gwalior lab in DRDO Gwalior has been working on developing variety of things as bio-defense systems. Even some of the things which I cannot discuss here were part of the R&D program at that point in time. I'm talking of 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. So biological weapons is the convention sufficient to cover possible new advances with respect to military applications of synthetic biology. If not, India can lead new treaties or guidelines to extend the spirit of the convention on biological weapons to new techniques. Genetic engineering. It is little known that Environmental Modification Convention is applicable to synthetic biology, particularly with regard to gene drives. India to drive the techniques promoting the inheritance of specific characteristics that can be introduced and passed on to the organisms. Artificial intelligence in patients and human health. I'm sure all of you must have started giving a lot of thought how we are going to introduce that. Artificial intelligence in the drug development. AI really can play a very important role. It promises never before speed in drug development, leading to multiple benefits. With a lot less wastage in incorrect targets, AI can be expected to save a lot of money. AI might develop the sophisticated insights required to treat complex diseases. AI will work without human bias, resulting in cost saving and efficiency. And blockchain in health sector. Niti Aayog actually has been giving major push in this area. Apollo Hospitals and Oracle developing blockchain technology to detect counterfeit drugs in the pharmaceutical supply chain. The most important thing which is essential is innovation in health sector, which was witnessed during the COVID when we realized that unless we innovate on different fronts in the health sector, we will be really suffering. So what are the 10 innovations which are important for that? Next generation sequencing, the 3D printed organs, immunotherapy, AI in drug discovery, point of care diagnostics, virtual reality, biosensors and trackers, telehealth and augmented reality, Internet of Medical Things, and blockchain technology. All this is feasible, but one important thing which runs across the innovation cycle is what I personally would like to share with you, and that is my experience. If you really want to innovate, the only thing that is required is design thinking, which has to become part of your innovation process. Now you must be wondering what is this design thinking is talking about, because design is generally attributed to engineers and architects and so on and so forth. But no, the philosophy of young people of the nation must comprise design thinking and innovation. Design is a continuous process of innovation that develops gradually, not abruptly. Creativity is both soul and spirit of the design. If you are designing drugs, it is creativity. If you are designing diagnostic methods, it is creativity. So design thinking is an active process that strives for continuous reinvention and consistently challenging the existing things in a way ahead to ongoing evolution. That's why it is everywhere. It is cutting across. We need to think creatively in daily life, not only in technocratic traditions, but also in terms of enhancing the daily lives of people. Design thinking cannot be divorced from the life in the real world. Design thinking is at the core of effective strategy development and organizational change. It can be applied to products, services, processes, physical locations, anything that needs to be optimized for human interaction. You can design the way you lead, manage, create, and innovate. So, if you have to be a transformation leader, I would like to share with you a few things. To be a transformation leader, I would like you to think carefully on the following suggestions, which are based on my ups and downs in life while working to bring value during my career in the service to the nation and mankind. Some of the ideas were given by Dr. Gokhale. After being convinced, I believe that sustained conviction in these principles and culture shall enrich your life, the country, and the world. First is the ethics in conflict management and for progress in career. Second one is faith in teams and organization. Third one is build capability and capacity to be talented, sublime leader and not an arrogant leader. Challenge yourself till you achieve desired results. Provide equal opportunity to equal merit and enhance worth of your colleagues and the organization for which you work. Self, family, organization, society, the country, and the world are multi-scale manifestation of robust good principles of living life. These are interconnected. Thus, you can simultaneously do good to yourself and contribute to all the stakeholders of this interconnected life on the earth. Service to the society is more important as compared to your personal achievements. Every work is important and thus do not trivialize it. Success lies in comprehensive detailing and implementation. Be strong in your knowledge, but be humble in learning from colleagues, especially in complementary disciplines and domains of knowledge. Occupy a position below your capacity and capability. This shall bring appreciation and more satisfaction as compared to occupying a level higher than your merit and capacity. Generosity is a virtue and practice it in a liberal manner. Envy is a poison, avoid it at all costs. Aim to be number one in everything you do. Have an Olympian sports spirit of competing. Discipline, good health, competence, and character are your best assets and friends throughout the life. Buddha, a prince, philosopher, saint, and teacher, mentored the professionals in an excellent manner with his advice. What did he say? He said, to quote, "We are what we think we are. All that we are arises with your thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." Unquote. I advise you to have a conviction in your strengths, build your capacity and capability to make outstanding contributions in your chosen pursuits with ethics, sensitivity, and selectivity, and make the country proud with your achievements. To conclude, I would say, what would you like to be remembered? As our Honorable President Dr. Abdul Kalam used to ask. I have been his disciple, so no speech of mine goes without quoting Dr. Kalam. He used to say, you have to evolve yourself and shape your life. You should write it on a page. That page may be a very important page in the book of human history. And you will be remembered for creating that one page in the history of the nation. Whether that page is the page of invention, the page of innovation, or the page of discovery, or the page of creating societal change, or a page of removing the poverty, or the page of fighting injustice, or planning and executing missions of national importance. So my dear young friends, you may choose any of these dreams. He used to always talk about dreams. All of us should dream, and you should choose any of these dreams. But success in any of them is like an iceberg. People see only the tip of the iceberg, but hidden underneath in water are the building blocks of the success via hard work, habits, sacrifice, massive action, failures, persistence, goals, focus, and risk. Success remains elusive unless we learn how to climb the ladder of these building blocks. I am confident that the knowledge which you have gained will help you to emerge like an iceberg, a winner all the way. Dear friends, Belief is one of the most powerful tools behind the success of any person, may it be personal or professional. I cannot resist myself but to quote Swami Vivekananda. To quote, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are a weak. You don't believe that you are half crazy lunatic as most of us do nowadays. Stand up and express the divinity within you. Unquote. He also said, to quote, this life is short. The variety in the world is transient. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. So friends, let us all live for the growth of our nation and welfare of our countrymen. Wishing you all the very best for a very bright future. Congratulating you once again. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
I thank Dr. Saraswat for his inspirational and thought-provoking speech. Now I request Dr. R.P. Roy, Dean Academics, to present the candidates for the award of degrees.
It's my pleasure to present 51 students, including those in absentia, who have completed the requirements of the doctoral or the master's program and have qualified for the award of the respective degrees. 34 students will be receiving their degrees in person and 17 shall be conferred the degrees in absentia. Of the 51 admitted students, 50 students have qualified for the degree of Master of Science and 1 student has qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Chairman Board of Governors, to come forward and award the degrees along with other dignitaries. Please. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Zaid Kamal Madni. Now I will read out the names of the students who would receive the master's degree. Dikshali Basi, M. Shafinaz, M. Sudhanand, P.V. Vinita, Sheri Vidyarani, Usman Ghani, Sampurno Banerjee. Nidheen Murli Kokkal. Sushi Matthews. Atira Menon. Ahel Bhattacharya. Sri Parna Nath. Priyanka Mehra. Aishwarya Suresh Kumar. Ariba Marib. Arsha EP. Lariza TR. Vijay Manthan Shekhar. Krishnendu CL. Shifana C. Sadiq. Jiju PS. Anjali Devrajan. Anshu. Prithala Revant. Narwade Ajay Ashok. Anzita R. Vijay. Nikhil Nicholas. Swati Ravindran. Swati Ravindran. Papavat Kalyan. Ajay Paul. Deepak Sahni. Monica Rawat. Piyush Bisht. This concludes the in-person presentation of degrees. I will request the dignitaries to please take their seats. Now I will read the names of the 17 students who received their master's degree in absentia. Rashmi Joshi, Gagan Gupta, Tanushri Dargar, Vanshika Rastogi, A.R. Silpa, S.R. Devika, V.V. Vaishna, Samrajni Banerjee, J. Irene Infensi, Fatima Hisana K. Firoz, Samir Nandi, Anjana Vijayan, Surya S. Kumar, Vishnu K. Poti, Sonia Trikha, Rajarshi Chaudhary, and Umesh Thapa. This concludes the award of degrees. Thank you.
I now request Dr. Gokhale, Chairman Board of Governors, RCB, and Dr. Sudhanshu Vrati, Executive Director, RCB, to sign the graduation register. So we have now come to the end of the ceremony. I request Dr. Sudhanshu Vrati, Executive Director, RCB, to present the dignitaries with a green token of our gratitude. I now request Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Chairman, Board of Governors, to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation for RCB closed.
Please rise for the National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे।
I thank you all for being a part of RCB's first convocation and request you all to join us for a cup of tea outside the auditorium. Thank you.
लैपटॉप से तो शेयर कर रखी है वो डिस्प्ले ऐसे मत करो कॉपी करना बस कट मत करना कॉपी करना